Morning class.
Good morning, sir.
So today we'll study about the formation of partnership firm. Okay. So when two or more person come together to form a partnership firm, then means or they are ready to come make an agreement between them. Then this partnership forms form. Okay. When two or more people are entering in the business, then in that case, that will form a business. So when these people make an agreement to come together and work, they form a partnership firm. So this agreement can be old or please suppose you and your friend are there, you people are discussing you want to open a firm. So it's oral on an oral agreement, you people can come into existence now, or you people form a business between you people and you enter a partnership there, or you can sign an agreement, written agreement. Okay, written agreement. So in that case, you have to sign a document that will be containing all the rules and regulation of the business, and each and everything details will be there uh, in that agreement, and that agreement is known as partnership deed. Okay. This partnership deed is a written agreement that is all the rules and regulation, each and everything will be mentioned in this partnership deed, and this is one of the very important document in this form of business. Okay, this is the most important document which takes the rules and regulations how business is going to run, that business name, partner's address, each and everything will be there in this partnership deed. Okay, so this is one of the very important documents. So you people, when you enter a partnership firm, you just sign the partnership deed. Okay, each and everything clause are mentioned in the partnership deed. Your partnership agreement can be of two types, that is oral and written. So when two or more people entering into an agreement or agree together to work, that is your partnership firm. So when you and your friend or other people, those who are going to perform a partnership firm, they sign that written document, that is a stamped paper, okay, on which rules, regulations, terms and conditions all are written. Then in that case, that will be, then it is said that your partnership firm has got legal existence. Okay, because you people have signed a written document, but oral one is not registered. Under the Partnership Act, you need not to register your firm or need not to register your business when you are performing that. But it is advised to get your firm registered because you get certain benefit or some benefits when you register your business. In that, we will see the what are the benefits you get when you register your business or you sign the written documents which are there. Like this is the very important one. This is the partnership deed. Okay, when you sign that is that that gets a legal existence. Okay. In partnership firm, it also contains about the duties, rights and duties of the partners. So we'll see what are the different things are there in the partnership deed. Okay, first one is name and address of the partner. Okay, so your name or partner's name, all names to be there in the partnership form will be mentioned there. Then name of the form is also there. First one is name of the form. When you are opening your partnership form, what name will be there? That name, that what name on what name you are opening that form, that partnership form. Then name and address of the person means how many partners, 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many partners are there? Their names and address. Then name or nature of the business, firm will carry. So what type of business you are going to perform, that is to be specified, means you are registering for some other purpose and you are doing some other purpose, some other business. Okay, that should not be there. So whatever business you are going to do or you are going to perform, you must specify what kind of business you are going to perform. So place of business. Now place of business means where you are going, where your office is, or address of your office to be there when you where you are going to perform that business, or where people can come and check that. Then it comes capital contributed by each partner. So capital contributed by each partner means how much capital that, if suppose 4 partners are there or suppose 2 partners are there, how much capital each partner is bringing to the firm. So two people are there in the firm. So how much capital they are contributing, whether they are contributing 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or whatever amount. If one is bringing, that to be mentioned, that one A or B. A has bring how much A has brought to the firm, the capital he has submitted in the for the running the business, then how much B has submitted, okay, or how much capital he has brought. Then profit sharing ratios of the partners. Profit sharing ratio. So profit sharing ratio. See, in the profit sharing ratio, either it is decided that how much percentage or how much of the profit means suppose 100% profit is there. Okay, then how much A is getting and how much B is getting. Their ratio is also decided. Either they are getting 50-50 or either they are getting 60-50. So whatever ratio of the partners is to be decided, that has been decided among you people or between the partners. That will be also mentioned that how much profit sharing ratio is there. Then we talk about the rights and duties of the partners from the management of business. So rights and duty. Hold on. So rights and duties of the partners means what is your right and what are the duties that you need to perform in the business or that you need to manage in the business. That all things will be given in that. Okay, in partnership. Then the mode of maintaining account. Mode of So how you are going to prepare the accounts of the business or how you are going to keep the record, that is to be mentioned, that is open account or closed account or whatever it is. Okay, so how you are going to keep it secret or you are going to publish it, whatever decisions are there, that has to be mentioned, that how the modes of creating maintaining the accounts. Then the rate of interest payable to the partners on their capital. Okay, rate of interest on the capital. Okay, capital means one partner has given 1 lakh, other partner has given 2 lakh. Okay, so how much interest to be paid to the each partners? There should be no conflict on that. Other one will be asking that I have given on a 10% rate of interest, and other is saying I have contributed on the 20% rate of interest. So that should not be there. How much that has to be decided in this. That if it is there, any kind of this proposal is there, that has to be also mentioned, or if no, then that proposal or certain rate has to be fixed here. Okay, that the condition may decide. Okay, among the partners. So the rate of interest, that how much rate of interest they are going to get on their invested capital. Okay, that has been given. And rate of interest to be paid by partners. Rate of interest to be paid by the partners on amount which is withdrawn by them. Okay. If suppose partners are withdrawing some amount of money from the business, from the partnership firm, then in that case, how much rate of interest they are going to pay? That has to be also decided. Then the amount of salary payment to the partner. Salary. Partners. Okay, the salary amount, or you say the amount, what if they are rendering their service in the partnership firm, how much amount or how much salary to be given to the partners, that is also decided. That one partner is getting how much, other partner is getting how much, or if they are getting salary, if the partners are getting, that is how much salary they should be given. So then there will be no dispute. If somebody is disputing, then you can open the clause and you can show the deed. In that deed, how much salary has been written. Okay. Then provision regarding retirement and dissolution. Regarding so provision regarding dissolution and retirement. If one partner is retiring from the business, then in that case, what activities to be performed and what things to be taken in the consideration. And if suppose all want to end up the firm, okay, or dissolution of the firm is there, then in case what procedure has to be followed. Method of solving this. So method of solving, if any kind of dispute is there, that how you are going to solve that dispute. So that method is to be also mentioned. Okay, then last one. How much interest or interest rate to be given to partners? So how much rate of interest to be given to the partners when they provide loan to the business? Okay, suppose some condition is there, your business is not running properly, you need some amount of additional capital you require. So that loan which you are taking in the business, if some partner, if one of your partner is giving that amount, that loan amount, how much interest to be given to that loan amount? Or if the partner is giving that, how much interest at the rate of interest to be given to that partner. Okay, so this is the all content which are there in the partnership deed. Now we'll see the registration of partnership form. Okay, so registration of partnership form. So it is not compulsory to get your partnership form registered. Okay, but then do some partners prefer to get it registered because they get certain kind of benefit over the unregistered partnership form. So we'll see what are the serious problems are faced by the unregistered partnership or partnership firm, or if your partnership, your firm is not registered. then what are the serious problems you face? Okay, the first one, a partner a partner of an unregistered firm cannot file a case against a partnership firm. Okay, so if any dispute is there, you cannot file a case. Okay, you cannot file a case. Okay, you cannot file a case against the firm because legally that firm does not exist. So where you are going to, so how you are going to file a case? Okay, then cannot file a case against the partner. So cannot file a case against a partner. So when your partnership firm is not registered, then how you are going to say that he or she was your partner? What is the proof? So that person may deny that I was not his partner. So what you will do? So if that firm would have been registered, then you would have shown that yeah, this person was my partner and he cheated me. So you can file the case on that legality. But that legal proof is not existing, or that firm is not registered, so you cannot file a case against your other partners. So an unregistered firm cannot suit a case against the third party. So suppose you are performing a business and some third party is there or other third party is there. He cheated, that party cheated you. So how you are going to file a case when you are not, your firm is not registered? What you will